Welcome to another edition of Shoemaker's Garage. We're here again with the lovely Mrs. Shoemaker's 2014 Camaro. And you can see here, this backup camera is pretty fuzzy and pretty washed out. So it's been that way for quite some time now. And I'm going to show you how to change this camera. So, hoping to do it fairly quickly with minimal tools and minimal garage space at the current moment, working at the threshold of the garage. But I've already got a replacement camera, so you can see here's the original camera. And it mounts flat up in the bumper with some tabs. I'll show you that in a minute with the replacement. Now, there are two big holes back behind the license plate, but I don't think it's going to matter because there is a length of wire. Do not put the key in the trunk. So here's the replacement camera. There's the part number and everything. I got this, I believe, from rockauto.com a while back when I was recovering from knee surgery and ordering car parts. I'm finally going to go ahead and change it. And I've never used one of these before, so I can't tell you if it works. I can't tell you if it's going to work, but hopefully it will. That is a factory-style connector. And, it was inspected and whatever. So it's got a pretty lengthy pigtail here, and that's why this bumper is going to have to at least come partially off. So here's the replacement camera, and it mounts on an angle. So looking at this, it mounts on an angle like that, which would put this flange pretty much, horizontal on the bumper. So, and with this lengthy pigtail, that's why I'm not going to attempt to, I'm not taking a license plate off and try to fish it through the holes. I don't think I'll be able to access that anyways. So here's just some of the tools I've already prepped out. I've got a clip tool, a couple screwdrivers, a 7mm socket, and this is a 20mm bit driver for the bumper where it mounts in the rear. So what's going to happen is these clips have to come out, two clips. So the way I understand it is to pull this bumper, I do not have to take the tail lights out. I'm hoping that's the case. Again, I've never done this, so doing it with me for the first time. And these clips need to come out here. There is one on each side. Now, yes, I did kind of pre-work that clip as it was. I wanted to be a little bit prepared for the video. So this one I didn't touch at all yet. So just take the screwdriver. I'm doing this one-handed, holding the camera. And try not to chip the paint or break the clip. But you just need a clip tool. There you go, look at that. And then that popped off. Looks like this weather strip's gonna have to come out of the way. So just peel that weather strip back a little bit. And now there we go. There's the rest of the clip. And look at that. There it is on the floor too. It's amazing. All right, so that's reusable. Didn't break the clips or anything. So hopefully this will unclip once I get the sides. Should have brought a flashlight over here. So the next step, I don't want to take the wheels off, so I'm trying to do this the simplest way. Hopefully you can see there's a few of these, 1, 2, 3 T20s, and then up here, right up here is going to be a 7mm that holds the tip of the bumper up to the quarter panel. Let me put this tripod down. I'll try to get this in here where you'll be able to see me doing this without smacking my head on the garage door again. The sun's very bright out here. Basically, I've got this little mini bit driver tool. This ratchet is pretty nice. Just don't ask me where I got it. I've had it for decades. I got it at a swap meet from some vendor. But it's nice because you do stuff like this. I can't get my air ratchet in, or maybe even a full ratchet with the socket on it. And I don't have to take the tire off, the wheel off, so that's nice. Because it's one more thing to do. So as I stated, I am doing this for the first time. Doing it live with you guys. Maybe not live. It's Memorex. There we go. So this come out pretty easy. And then there should just be a 7mm straight up here. There it is. And as it turns out, I'm not going to be able to use this. Camera back up here. Unfortunately, I can't really get in there with the camera. There it is. So this is just a 7mm deep 6-point socket, 1/4-inch drive with no extension. And there you have it. So now this should, look at that, that just pulls out. Just pop that free. This should do the same. Don't know what's holding it here. Should pull out. What I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and set up and do this side. But I'm going to pause the video for that. You don't need to see that. I didn't want the video to stop for pausing it too long. I already got the 7mm out at the top. This is not as easy to do left-handed. I got one of these out already. There's two. And there's one more right here. That one's nicer. That one's not as tight. So my theory is that bumper shouldn't have to come all the way off. Well, we're gonna find out. There you go. So you can see this just clips that hold this. We don't want to break anything. This one's not coming off as easy, so I'm going to try to get my hand back there. Oh, there we go. Just got to be careful. Don't want to animalize it. Be nice if I had more room in this garage to pull the car all the way in. All right, so let me set this tripod up here. See how that works, not too bad. Pretty good. There we go. So it's just tabs right here. Hopefully you can see that in the video. And then look at that. Voila. Yeah, so these were just held pretty tight. These clips. But that's all. So you can see. Oh, the bumper just fell all the way. So really, it's only still attached down there at the bottom of the fender liner. So there's one more screw under there. Could have just taken that off and take this all the way off, put it on a work stand, but don't really need to. Next time, if I ever have to do this again, I might put a piece of carpet on the floor or a towel. So something to consider. But here's the camera right here. So there's two mounts and a plug. Yeah, and so here's the back side of the license plate. What I was talking about, he's got those two big openings. So now I'm kind of curious. Now there'd have been no getting in there because this sits up here, and you have the reinforcement bar would be right behind that. Right behind that area. So bumper did need to come apart for this. So that's fine. Those look like the same T20s. Yes, I could be using an electric tool or an air tool for this, but I wouldn't be using that to put it back together anyways, and that would take time away from the video, which I'm hoping not to edit. That one almost seems like a different size. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so I did go get a light and a ratchet screwdriver. So we're going to see if that works a little bit better. This is very flimsy with the other one already disconnected. There's the camera. And these tabs where it mounts to are very flimsy. They're not damaged or broken, but they are flimsy. Alright, so then we have, here's the connector. That's interesting. Alright, so it looks like just that tab. Hopefully I can balance this. And let's see. Alright, so hopefully that tripod's in a safe spot hanging from the rebar. So here is the replacement camera. Which looks to be about the same. And if I take a look at this plug, just trying to figure out how this goes together. Okay, so there's a little tab. There's a little tab right here. And then there's an opening right there. So it seems like that should come apart. Ah, there we go. Hopefully you can see that. So you get the screwdriver under that, lift that tab up right there, and then, there you go. There we go. All right. Looks to be the same to me. I am going to say I did not disconnect the battery, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. We'll find out. That goes like that. There you go. I felt it click. Clip that back. And just got to make sure to orientate this the right way. There's two little pegs right there. That kind of helps hold everything steady. Make sure those alignment pins are in. That one's good and tight. Get that one lined up. I'm just kind of squeezing these flimsy tabs and the camera tabs together with my index finger and my thumb. And there you have it. This doesn't really go anywhere. Put it right there, I guess. Can't wait to see if this thing works. Let me see about getting this camera set back up while I put it back together. The harness on the old one is significantly shorter. So basically, This bumper's been off before, I can tell. I know it was worked on years ago. So you gotta carefully get this line back up over the top of the exhaust. Don't want to scratch the quarter panels. Just getting it lined up. What I'm doing is just kind of pulling this out to the side a little bit as I pull this up. That's all the way on, at least in the back. The sides aren't on. This little mini tripod's better for some things than others. Yeah, that's not bad. Just want to be sure that those are nice and easy and lined up. That's it. So I'll have to put all those screws in and the two clips in the back and reattach the weather strip. And this one needs to go back together too. Important thing is to get it around these retainers. There we go. Because you don't want to damage those tabs. The tabs on the bumper or on the clip end. So that was, pretty easy. A lot easier than I expected. Keys in my pocket. Let's go see. I don't know if it's going to have to go through any kind of relearning. I'm actually going to pull the car out. Okay, so let's see. Put it in reverse. There it is. Well, that's a lot better of a picture. Maybe hard to tell with the sunlight. There's a lot of sunlight. But I can tell you it's a lot better. Here, let me block some of that sunlight. Yeah. So that's good. The screen's filthy too, but yep, so there you have it. That's how you change the backup camera on a 2014 Camaro. Or at least how I did it. Like I said, had to do it again, I would put a blanket down or something on the bumper. But doesn't seem to have done any damage. And I just got to button it back up. So, thanks for watching Shoemaker's Garage. like and subscribe, and catch you next time.